What are the steps of the closing process in order? This may be a question you've been asking yourself as you've looked at purchasing or selling a home. Stick around, I've got those for you up next. I'm John C. here in sunny Southwest Florida, and the closing process can be daunting. That's why in most states you have either a title company or an attorney, or both, like here in the state of Florida, that will help you in the closing process. I want to give you the 10 steps, these are most of them, but not all of them, in order of closing. The first thing you may be thinking is 10 steps. John, that's a lot of steps. Actually, there's a lot more, but I'm going to boil it down to the 10 most basic steps. Now, some of these steps you take care of. Some of them, the real estate agent helps you take care of. Some, the title company or attorney, and then also the lender. So you have a group of professionals that are in the circle, if you have a good real estate agent, who will help you through this process so that it's not stressful. So let's look at these. Number one, choose your settlement agent or attorney. Now, here in Lee and Collier County in Southwest Florida, depending on which county you're in, depends on which side, whether it's the buyer or the seller, who chooses the title company or attorney. Now, if the person choosing, they normally pay a couple extra fees to make that choice. But here in Florida, you can also, whether you're on the buyer or seller side, you can choose an attorney to help represent you and prepare the closing documents. Number two, buy homeowners insurance. Now, you don't need to buy it right away, but you do need to start getting quotes on your homeowners insurance. Now, here in Florida, we have what we like to call hurricanes that come through every once in a while. So you need good coverage on your house for hurricanes, but also there's a second type of insurance that's often overlooked here when a buyer's looking to purchase, and they don't put this into the equation of their monthly payments, and that is flood insurance. There's different zones here in Florida. Some zones you are required by your lender to have insurance, flood insurance on your home. Now this is on top of your current home insurance. So check with your realtor, see if you can find out which flood zone you're in and if you are required to purchase it. Number three, get title insurance. Now, this is a different type of insurance than what homeowners insurance is. Title insurance is going to cover you in the situation where your home does not have clear title in the future. If something comes up and Brother Tom and Susie that owned that home decades ago, for some reason, didn't do something right in regards to the selling process, you are covered by your title company to clear up that title so that you have a title that is in your name. So title insurance helps cover you own the home free and clear in your name. That's title insurance. Now the title company will help you with this. You do not have to do anything in regards to title insurance. It will be taken care of at the closing. Number four, meet the loan conditions. Now, if you are getting financed on the purchase of a home, this is relevant to you. If you're paying cash, this point doesn't matter, but you will need to meet the requirements that your loan officer, bank, or credit union is requiring you. So if they're asking for paperwork, get that in as soon as possible. Number five, get ready to move, start packing up. Now this may seem silly, but I have included in the description below a checklist of things that you will need to go through in regards to just moving, period. Not all these 10 steps, but basically it's an 8-week little itemized sheet on what you need to do week by week to make your move successful. Feel free to click on that link below and add that to your information as you prepare to sell or buy your next home. Here in Florida, you are going to receive, usually 3 days before closing, the closing disclosure. Now, this is a form, normally 2 to 3 pages, with all the numbers broken down on what you're going to pay or what you're going to receive if you're selling a home on the day of closing. Take time, look through that, ask your lender, ask your title company, and ask your realtor questions at this point so that you're not getting to the closing table a few days later and wondering why the numbers are a certain way. You will have all your questions answered day before closing, 2 days, and even up to 3 days before closing. So review the closing disclosure. Number 7, do the final walkthrough. It's really important that you take a minute, at least a day before closing, and do the walkthrough. You can even do it an hour or two before you go to the closing, the title company or attorney to sign the paperwork, but it's important that you do a final walkthrough. Number 8, gather your documents. Now, you need a few things when you're going to the title company to sign the paperwork. you specifically need your driver's license. That's the number one thing you need. You need to prove your identity when you get to the title company, whether you're buying or selling a home. You will need that on you. If you're buying a home, you've already been given your closing disclosure, which tells you how much money you need to wire to the title company or the attorney. So all of that's usually taken care of. Do not show up to the title company with cash or a check in hand. That is not what you want to do. That is going to be a headache. Take care of all of your wiring from your bank or credit union the day before to the title or the attorney handling the closing. Number 9, go to the title company or the attorney's office and sign your paperwork. Now, you're gonna get a booklet of documents, all your signed stuff there. Just prepare. If you're buying the home, you're gonna be there a little bit longer, specifically if you're getting financed, because the financing document side of the portion of purchasing a home is much bigger than actually the actual close of the house and the deed and all that fun stuff. That's the majority of your paperwork typically. So it takes a little bit of time to sign all those papers. Normally what I see is anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. So just give yourself time so that you're not rushed and so that you're not rushing everyone else there to get through the process. Because once that paperwork is signed, it has to be sent back to your lender right there on the spot. They double check it and then confirm with the title company that everything is a-okay, and they disperse the funds, give you the keys, and you have a home. Now you may be saying, John, I thought there were 10. Well, there are 10. The 10th one is something specific, I know, for the state of Florida. I don't know if every state offers this, but here in Florida we have a homestead exemption. Now what this does for you as an owner of a piece of property here in Florida, if it is your primary residence, which is somewhere that you stay more than 6 months out of the year, this is what they say, I believe, then this is your primary residence and you will get a homestead exemption tax credit on your property taxes. And what that means basically is you apply for this once and it rolls over every year in your residence, and they can move with you as well too. But basically you're gonna get a deduction on what your property taxes are, and then it's also gonna hold your property's value. I think it can only increase on paper 3% up every year in regards to your taxes. So it's a great thing that the state of Florida offers to its homeowners. It's very advantageous. Now you have a window of when you apply for this, and I believe it's January through the end of March every year that you can apply for this homestead exemption. I'll have a link for that also below. Feel free to click on that and see more info on homestead exemptions. There you go. I'm John C. here in sunny Southwest Florida. I hope this helps. If you felt overwhelmed, it's okay. A lot of people feel overwhelmed because here's 10 steps, but there's actually a lot more that people behind the scenes typically handle. That's why you need professionals, everything from home inspectors to mortgage to realtors to help you in the process. So please don't hesitate to call, text, or email me if you have any questions. And I hope this helps. Feel free to share this with a friend. If you have a few minutes, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons below to this channel. As we grow it, we're gonna hit 100 by November. Thanksgiving's my goal, 100 subscribers on this channel, so please help me do that, and I appreciate that. Feel free to ask a comment or post something below as well. I'm John C. here in sunny Southwest Florida. Have a great week.